we wanted to give you a tour of the garden while it was looking so great. We were hoping that you could come visit, but you know what? Life is different, and we're lucky to have these cameras so we can give you a tour without you having to come visit. The daylilies are in their prime, and we wanted to give you a little shot of those. And it was raining a little this morning, and the light was great, so I wanted to show you. Anyway, this little bed had nothing in it when we got here, and we had some big elephant ears in it last year and the year before that we brought back from Indian land, but the elephant ears died and we were so upset. But Tommy and I decided we're just going to put some rocks in here instead of the elephant ears, and I lifted all the plants that were in here and redistributed them, and I think that this bed looks the best it has. So we think this bed looks the best it has since we pulled all that up. So we've got lots of really nice daylilies in here, but we've also got some ferns and hostas. There's a fox in there, some rocks that we've got on the property, but all these ferns, hostas, daylilies, these big iris here in the front that are not blooming are from Porter's mother, but this was all stuff that we had, and we just love that bed. Right next to it, well, I guess that didn't work. Right next to it is this other little bed that was absolutely nothing. This was just ground. And we put in some of that iris from Porter's mom and some hostas in here that we had. And there's some little pachysandra that a customer brought us, and heuchera there. But it is really filling out well too. Solomon seal that somebody gave us right there. I did buy that plant. That is now blooming. I can't remember the name of it, but I guess it doesn't matter. And then some other plants back behind us that I haven't found a place to put that somebody gave us. But these beds are so filling out. And then I guess coming across here, I've got a daylily in a pot to gift to somebody else. We dug up all the plants that were along in this bed because the dogs were smashing them, and we put them in pots, and it is shocking how well they have all done. So we've rotated some out into the beds. We had this. Those are these just two little statues of a boy and a girl with lightning bugs that I thought were so cute because we used to catch lightning bugs. But all these plants, this probably is the second go around, were plants that we already had that we dug up and put in the pots. And here is this corner bed. Again, the elephant ear that was here came back, so we were thrilled about that. But we put all these other things in pots. Todd's mother gave me those little trees. There are two of them, a tree in each corner, and some heucheras, and I dug up a ton of iris off the side of the road this year that are in those other pots. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's turned out really nice. And Tommy and I went and got some pots this year, extra pots, because we had run out of pots from all the planting in pots, and we put these two up here with dollar ferns that were dying, and yay, they've come back really beautifully. Another little pot with Solomon seal that's not feeling so good. The back of this was some stuff getting ready to go in. So this was all this weirdo red rock up here, like volcanic rock. And we brought that little bench I had built in Indian land and these foxes. And last year I'd gotten these dwarf, what are they called? Dwarf peach trees. And they actually have little peaches on them that you can eat. Last year's peaches, we had more peaches, but anyway, I really like them. And then we've put little plants around them and stuff to get them going. And anyway, that area is turned into quite the jungle. Let's see if I can pull this back some more. The idea to do this arbor with the bird houses and the window has turned out great. We've got honeysuckle on it that is just beautiful. I'm going to try to see if I can show it to you. It's pink and yellow and gorgeous, and it is crawling up this arbor like crazy. We put it in the fall before last. There's a little rose there, but the birds have been nesting. We have a bluebird nesting in that birdhouse that I gave Dad gave back to me. We've got bluebirds in there, and it's just gone great. A quick pan of we've got blueberries, we have tomatoes, more blueberries, cilantro that went absolutely nuts with some peppers. Bloop. I think we've got some cucumbers and squash and more tomatoes. We're trying these raised beds, and they are getting mixed reviews. This pepper plant with the oregano with it has produced like crazy, but these peppers aren't very hot. So anyway, it's growing anyway. I dug that big plant up, which I guess is a mock orange. It has these beautiful little white blooms in the spring up off the side of the road. Then we've got some other little zinnias coming up. I think I've got a sunflower in there. But then as we go along, we have a ton of lavender. And I guess the lavender is starting to go out a little bit. And mint, some variegated mint, regular mint. Over here, some succulents in a little pot. So stuff is really growing great for us this year. As we go down the steps, I've got some sedum there. We got this neat conifer this year. I thought it was looked like a Dr. Seuss tree. It grows these like fingers, and now all the fingers are getting needles on them. It's pretty cool. Then over here, that little guy there was made out of an old tire. And my lilac tree is doing really well. A little window to go in our arbor here. Some more roses. We got some peach knockout roses. But things are coming along. We're about to have agapanthus. That's what that is. We've got another agapanthus about to bloom right here. But this bed has been outrageous. So right here we've got some euphorbia, some peach colored red hot pokers, and then all the coneflowers. The coneflowers are out of control. We've even got a few delphiniums in there. They're doing well, that have got these nice spiky, beautiful purple blooms. This is the lavender that's not supposed to grow in this area, and it is so out of control I can't walk down the path. But the coneflowers are crazy. These variegated iris that you see, the white and green striped things, they bloomed this beautiful dark purple this spring, and it's just all really cool. So our coneflowers, Tommy had bought me 6 coneflowers in little pots at the grocery store, and that's what that has become. It's really awesome. And then to the daylilies. So we have, I just counted it, about 75 individual daylily plants. And when I started the daylilies, I thought I had been over to my friend who's a hybridizer, and it was just beautiful. They weren't my friends yet. They've become good friends now. And I thought, that's incredible that you could have such beautiful blooms of so many different types off of one flower that I could afford. And so we have just made quite the collection. Got this whole little area is doing better this year. There we go. We've got Gara here. I'm trying for the first time this sea holly. It's supposed to bloom blue soon. I guess we'll see if it does. It's pretty neat. There's my new mirror. And see, isn't that cool how it reflects the garden? I love it. The butterfly, well, I guess it's a butterfly Japanese maple. We had to make a little track along the back here because the dogs were destroying this little butterfly bush here and all the plants here. So we made a track so hopefully they could run there. I don't know if you can really see it. There's garlic, or sort of this garlic that blooms in these cute little allium kind of blooms. And I've just put some more daylilies over here recently. They're doing well. Try to get some pictures of their blooms. I love this one over here. I think that is really, really beautiful. But our neighbor was building a new deck. And I guess here's one more that's over here. Perfect. But our neighbor was building a new deck. I can get this to go out. And they had all these, Tommy said it looked like a bunch of sticks, all these plants. And I was like, oh, those things are hibiscus, like hardy hibiscus. So she gave us some sticks and I planted them around, and look at this ginormous thing. So we're excited to see what color it blooms because I have no idea what color it's going to be, but it's huge. And we've got some more in the back. We have a rhododendron right there that looked like it was going to die, and fortunately it lived. So now we'll sort of mosey over here. So we desperately need some more weeding done, but I've been doing it as hard and fast as I can. And this is our little island over here that we created. I love this post. It just makes the greatest little spot right here. And I planted some phlox this spring, and those things that I've cut down were dollar daisies from Walmart. And I'm hoping that they're gonna come back. We've got some really pretty spirea, spirea in this area that's been blooming pink. Guess you can see it. And now we'll go through and see the daylilies because they're the stars right now. But these daylilies are really pretty epic. Look at that. It's amazing to me that we could have such extraordinary blooms. We've got some little purple stuff under the tree there. I planted this obedient plant here in this area, but I didn't expect it was going to get that tall, and it's taller than the bird bath. So I think I'm going to move it over against the fence and try to find something low and mounding for that area. This little area right here is brand new. There was this bush that nobody can identify here, and we've never put anything here. So finally this year, I guess we got some elephant ears from a friend and some 4 o'clocks from a friend. There is some chocolate mint there. It's a little haphazard, but once it's all growing, I can sort it out. Some sedum in these pots. So this area, over this part of this area, has done really well. I think we've just got some sorting out for the rest. So now we're on to this bed, and I'm so excited. You can see here to the right, we planted 2, like a banana tree on either end, so those are getting ready to come up. But this is my rainbow daylily bed, and it's worked out pretty well. My vision was I would do a rainbow, like on the first one that's gotten done blooming now, or it's just not blooming today, was white, light pink, dark pink, purple, red, orange, and yellow. And for the most part, it has worked out really well and has been really pretty. I've got these Leoma flamingos that move back here, which I just love. But these daylilies are pretty gorgeous and spectacular. All different ones. Let's see, this was supposed to be a single kind, but that's okay. it had a baby or something different. And this purple, I think, is really, really beautiful. Some really tall, striking reds. This orange has been incredible. It's about done, but it is like a triple, quadruple flower, and it has bloomed its head off. And then this yellow over here is a really special one. I guess I got in on the beginning of it before it was famous. I found out this year this particular one was selling for 2 fans for $150, and I know I sure didn't pay that for it. I think I got it as a seedling to see how it would do. And whoa, it's done great. But this bed, I planted 4 of the hardy hibiscus, and look how huge. Huge, huge, huge. So I'm excited. I think they're going to make a big screen for the summertime to screen off the pool from the ring and the barn during the summer. Look at those daylilies. Aren't they amazing? And you probably noticed these big things everywhere. I've planted a bunch of sunflowers because I just wanted to see, could we get some sunflowers to grow? And they are doing fantastic. Here's some more of the sunflowers. And I've got some black-eyed Susans that are just getting started over here. Tommy's parents gave us a big box of iris, like rhizomes, like little shriveled up iris rhizomes, I guess this winter. And I set them all out, not knowing if they would come up or not. And these are some of them. We have them everywhere. They're beautiful. I guess 1 or 2 of these down here bloomed this year, but a bunch of the others did. Another elephant ear, some not so good looking iris behind it, but they bloom great. And then another sunflower getting ready to go. 2 big butterfly bushes here getting ready to take off. And then all this, another elephant ear. And then all these here are again black-eyed Susans with 1 stray coneflower that came. These growing on the trellises are Carolina jasmine. It's bright yellow flowers. They're starting to fill in. I put them there last year and they struggled a bit, but they're getting better. There's some Hilda's flowers that our friend Nicole's mom gave us. With the blueberry bush behind it that I may need to lift up and put in a pot because our blueberries in pots are looking a lot better than that. But look at that rosemary. These 2 rosemary were in little tiny 4-inch pots, and I got them when we first moved here, and we stuck them in the ground, and look at what they're doing. Now this side of the bed is our butterfly side of the bed. We've got butterfly weed, milkweed. We've got all kinds of pollinator stuff. Like this right here is this blue suede shoe salvia. It's not blooming yet, but that big huge thing right there is some swamp sunflowers that are incredible. That turns really nice here very soon. But here are more daylilies. Aren't they magnificent? So we'll go up through here and sort of check some out. So look at that. I think these right here, I think are called Pug's Pillow. Again, we got them before they were famous. Now I saw this year, they were both over $100 each. Most of our daylilies that we started with that I dug up off the side of the road were left at the old farm. But here are some that had bred with those orange ones and created some really tall, they're really striking. I'm not going to pull them out. These really pretty red and orange tall daylilies. But here are some others that are just beautiful. Keep going. Like it's just, there's a sea of them. A little red gazing ball. I had this dream of just growing these beautiful daylilies, and it's so incredible when it finally all works out. Maybe I need to be standing on the other side. There we go. Now you can see some more of them. Here's one, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. But isn't that something? I mean, that's incredible. There was nothing there. That's another one that came, that orange one. It's one that had naturalized from the other farm. It's pretty cool. I think that may be Montana moonbeam right there. Those were pretty spectacular ones. Our next door neighbor, our across the street neighbor, Tammy, took my watering can, that watering can right there, and gave us some lights to put out of it. And so they're coming out the end, and I've got them spread across the bed. And so at night it looks like the light is watering the daylilies. But isn't that amazing? So these, I've got some lantana, a big peony that already bloomed, our bird bath from Florida, some more iris, some more milkweed. I think this one's cool. I've gotten some different sedums, and actually we've got I'm not going to do it that way. Got several different kinds planted in these pots along the wall. This one turned really red, and that one down there turns really blue. We have just some different sedums that can do well there. But I'll point back this way. It's just blooming like crazy. Everything looks great. So we love you and we miss you, and I wish you were here to see this in person. But if you can't be here in person, this is probably the next best thing. So have a wonderful day. Wonderful, wonderful day.